Wandering Winder, continuing my series on Dominion openings. Today I want to look at Night Watchman. So it's a night, it gains the hand, lets you pitch whatever cards you want out of the top five once you play it in that night phase. So there's two extremely similar things to note with Night Watchman and the opening. If you open with silver or a silver equivalent and a Night Watchman on turn two, you can guarantee hitting five. So let's demonstrate that. Night Watchman specifically on turn two, and then you're going to look at this hand. Um, you discard one of the cards that's an estate, and you're going to have five cards which make five money. Now, on the 4-3, you can guarantee hitting six as well. So if this estate would be flipped with this is a copper, we know this is a copper because we had four coppers last turn. If we have 4-3 exactly, then on turn two, when we play the Night Watchman, we will either be looking at six money in hand, in which case we hit six, or we're looking at this hand, potentially reordered, but that doesn't really matter, where we discard the estate and we'll have six money the next turn. Um, so yeah, in this case, we're going to discard the estate, and we hit six. If we would, if what we want is a five instead of a six, then in the case where this was the hand we were looking at and the estate was on bottom, we'd probably want to discard a copper so that we cycle just one card further. If all we're buying is a five anyway, we don't need the money. But either way, we're either getting the six that we want, or we're always getting the six that we want, and we're either having one card left or two cards left, or one card left or zero cards left in the shuffle. So, a 5/12 or a 4/11 chance of being able to 12th? No, 13th or a 5/13 or a 4/12 chance of being able to play, the six cost on turn four even, not turn three, turn four. Which is a pretty decent chance. And if you miss it on turn four, you're very likely getting there on turn five. Very, very likely getting there on turn five. Or if what you want is a five, you're always with the fresh shuffle. You always have that 5/13 chance of playing it on turn number four, right? So that's all good. Now, if instead of 4-3, we would have 3-4, it's very similar except that you're not going to hit six. So just keep that in mind, that there is a difference between 4-3 and 3-4. So if we just skip turns until we get 3-4, yeah, so here we go silver and Night Watchman. And here, because four of the coppers were in hand, or in this case in play now, we had only one estate. When we flip this, there's two estates here. We nip past just one of them, and then we're going to hit five. You could nip past both if you're trying to hit six, but that's risky, and then you're, instead of having a favorable shuffle, you're then into an unfavorable shuffle. I would not recommend, if you're trying to hit six, to go for this play on turn two if you have the 3-4. I would, obviously, it can often be good on the 4-3, but on the 3-4, don't go for it. But if you're trying to hit five, this is just fine. You will always see at least one estate you can pitch, and you're always going to have this hand on turn number three. It says five here because we skipped our first two, but turn number three if you started with the 3-4. And yeah, so you're going to hit five, and you're going to have a totally clean shuffle. That 5/12 chance to be able to play your five cost on turn four. This can be quite favorable. Having said this, you do have the Night Watchman in your deck instead of whatever other card. And if whatever other card is a silver, that's probably not the biggest deal, assuming that the five cost is good. But it's not lights out, right? There are a lot of other good things to open: Silk Merchant, Bounty Hunter, Thinners, whatever. There are a lot of other good things to open, which are going to be more preferable than having the Night Watchman, and still very likely to hit five. And you're not going to be that much slower in playing the 5 either. But Night Watchman is a real consideration in the opening on turn 2 with either 3-4 or 4-3, although it is a bit better with 4-3 than with 3-4 in general. And you can hit 6. It's one of the rare times you can guarantee a 6 out of the opening is with the 4-3 with a Night Watchman. So all the typical 6s that you would be gunning for apply there. Crop rotation, alter, that kind of thing. I think that just about covers it. Thanks for watching.